Hey, I'm going to take it easy. I got in better shape. I don't know if you could tell in my videos or not, but I got in better shape again. I got in better shape again, so I'm drinking beer. I just opened this beer. So I've been working on looking better by working out. And the father of modern bodybuilding, the father of modern bodybuilding, Sandow, Eugene Sandow, would sometimes drink beer. This is all I've had is this one less than a beer. So I learned that, literally the father of modern bodybuilding, Eugene Sandow, said it was okay to eat things or drink things that you crave sometimes. Hi, Anthony. And so if you crave a beer sometimes and you're not an alcoholic and you're allowed to drink a beer, then it doesn't always have to be bad for your health. I feel like I got in I know I got in better shape, but I don't know if you could tell my videos or not. So I feel like I got in better shape. I know I did. I lost like 10 pounds or something like that. And I gained muscle because I was lifting heavier. So I feel like I look better. And it was a bunch of work to try to look okay enough again. And I feel like I look really good, maybe from this angle or something, I don't know. Maybe it's because Anthony's watching subliminally. He thinks that, like, I don't know. Who knows? No, that's crazy. Well, this is real. When you feel things with all your soul, it's called love of the heart, or don't ever feel bad in all your heart, because that's bad with all your heart. When you feel good with all your heart towards someone else, I think you can communicate ideas to others or do things in real life beyond the five senses, and it should be proven because God can do anything. And so when you really have love in your soul for someone else, and it's not lust or something, it's not like lust or the wrong kind of thing, that's not love. When you really have love in your heart for someone and want something good for someone, it goes way beyond the five senses. You could communicate with someone on the other side of the world or in another part of somewhere else or out on the internet. Maybe there are amazing things that can happen because God can do anything. So God does all that stuff, and none of it should be bad, but the devil has some power too. So it should go beyond our five senses, the ways we can communicate. So I'm randomly saying that. Oh, one guy with a bunch of accounts. So I'm not going to think about it too much. You're not supposed to have a devious plan. You're not supposed to make a devious plan for things, because the devil made a devious plan or whatever. So he was going to try to be the best one instead of God, and then that's when he messed things up, and he messed himself up, and I don't know. But don't try to have a devious plan or whatever. But unless there's something good about a devious plan. So I was at constant unrest all last week and Saturday and Sunday. I got to take it easy one day on Sunday, and I had to recuperate. And then again today, I've been awake since like 3 a.m. this morning. I've been awake since 3 a.m. this morning, and but I wasn't at unrest today. For some reason, I felt okay, but I fasted all day trying to lose weight because, you know, I'm going to have to get some kind of a job, so I may as well look better for my videos since I'm in front of camera. So I just fasted all day, but it didn't feel bad. It wasn't like constant unrest like last week and sat up till through Saturday until Sunday morning. That was awful. And then Sunday was pretty good. And then today's pretty good. And then my mind started racing a little bit, and I said, I'm just going to take it easy. And I got the Stella Artois beer. Stella Artois beer. See if I can get it in focus. Well, I probably shouldn't show the brand too much, but this is like, I had this in California when I was staying in one of the rooms at Crispin Glover's house. You know Crispin Glover from Back to the Future? I had this beer there and I left it for him because I thought he'd like it, because it's like Stella, like the original Marlon Brando movie, A Streetcar Named Desire. I think it's a 1927 movie, or 1939. I think 1939 was A Wizard of Oz. I think he was 27 years old. It was his first big role. He looked really cool. Marlon Brando, his face looked really good, and his body was like in really good shape. He looked really good looking. He was 27. He had done A Streetcar Named Desire on Broadway, and it got big enough to where they did a movie on it, and he would cry in it and say, Stella. So I thought this was kind of cool. I got this beer that says Stella Artois, and I left a bunch of it that I didn't drink in Crispin Glover's mansion when I was staying at this Airbnb that Crispin Glover made at his house in Los Angeles. And it's not, like, the paparazzi don't know where it is. But he had an Airbnb, and I found out he was the owner. And I stayed there. And I could hear him through the floor, him and his girlfriend. He had a younger girlfriend. And he's pretty nice. He's really nice. And he wrote to me on text. I have all these texts that he sent me as the Airbnb host. And I'm not supposed to tell where he lives, but I know where his house is. It's like a 1927 mansion. It's a 1927 mansion. And so I got all these Stella Artois beers, and I was like, I got worried, and I just left. And I left him a bunch of the beers and all this food that he probably wouldn't eat. He probably would think that it's like, I don't know. That was when I tried to go to LA to be famous in 2018. And I didn't get to stay there. I didn't have enough money to go. I don't know. I guess I could walk outside. I don't know. I feel like I looked too heavy when I was lifting a bunch of weights in one of the videos. I hadn't shaved, but I haven't shaved now. I took a shower, but I haven't shaved. But it's too bad. I used to not think Marlon Brando was gay or anything like that. I just liked his movies, and he was really cool in his first lead acting role. I'm drinking a beer. I almost don't want to show myself on camera, like having to think about, like, I don't know, maybe I'll go outside. Hi. Yo. I'm getting out of here. Wait, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to turn the camera away from me. I'm going to turn the camera away from me and wipe the screen off. It doesn't have stuff on the screen. I guess I'll go outside. think it's a really nice day. I think it's a really nice day. Put my shoes on. Put my shoes on. Hey, hey, what's Johnny doing in the basement mixing up the medicine? There's these kids. I mean, we were the kids. When we were growing up, one of our friends' dads. Let me see if I can. One of our friends' dad. No. He said, I'm trying to turn the camera on me. It hasn't switched on back on me. Hi. One of our friends' dad, he goes, what's what are you doing in the basement? Because my friend Nathan built a skateboard ramp in the backyard, and all the kids would start hanging out there, and his dad used to hang out and party and stuff. And he wouldn't work very hard, but he was a graphic designer. He made like enough money to get by, and he would like smoke a cigarette or something. He didn't really smoke, but he would like kind of hang out with, I think he was married, but I don't know. And then one of his friends or relatives or someone came over, and we had to walk through the basement. We had to walk through the basement to get to his skateboard ramp, and he had like a workshop and stuff, like tools, like a regular basement. And it was like a regular house. And his friend said to us, "What are you doing?" He tried to act cool because we were like the skateboarders or something, and other people who hung out with the skateboarders on Nathan's ramp. And one of them said, and his dad's friend said, trying to be cool to us, and thought he goes, "What are you doing in the?" He said, "What are you doing in the basement, mixing up the medicine?" Or something like, and he pretended he was smoking weed or something, but he didn't do any of that. I'm gonna go outside. I don't know why I sound that way. Like someone being nice to me. Like that's John or something. I don't know. Maybe it's my neighbor who lives around here. It makes me feel like a nice, kind human being. I don't know. So I'm gonna go downstairs and keep the camera running. It's kind of nice weather. In the 60s. It sounds like mean out here. Like some big, ominous, powerful, mean, big political thing. If I tried to like go out there or something, which never happens in the U.S. Hasn't happened here in our lifetimes. There hasn't been a war, so who cares? Hey, this is unlocked, but it sounds like God and the devil like making big ominous sounds. Like you better go down in the basement and mix up medicine or something or whatever that means. I don't mix any medicine. I don't do that garbage. I don't even know what that means. It's a Bob Dylan song. Johnny's in the basement mixing up the medicine. It was our friend's dad growing up, and he was trying to be cool around us. So he said, "John, what are you doing in the basement mixing up the medicine?" I don't know. Yeah. I may have to turn this off. It looks okay in here. I got a bunch of toilet paper. I still have a bunch of toilet paper. I got this like 2 months ago, that toilet paper, or a month ago. I got it a month ago. It'll probably last into summer. I don't know why. I thought I was getting like small amounts, and I got big amounts of toilet paper. I don't know why. It'll probably last, I don't know. Maybe I should turn the camera off. People are like looking at ways to try to do something bad to me on it. You know, the bad guys who watch this. There's some bad guys who watch it. Yeah, posing is who knows what. And then there are good people who watch it and want to make sure I'm doing things that are kind and good. Like that's who most of them are watching now, are good people. What would I do out here? We had to get rid of all that stuff. I just don't want to accept talking like Ricky Schroeder when I thought he was already old. When I was like 32, and I like to look like an 18-year-old when I was in my early 30s. I still like to look like I was like 18 or back then. And then Ricky Schroeder was like, oh man, he's so old. So why would I want to talk like it now? Yeah, raspy voice a little bit, got old a little bit. My dad had a young sounding voice until he was like 72, like a few years ago. So why should I have to sound like raspy voice guy when he had a young sounding voice? But that's a small thing. I may as well, it's not that bad of a thing. Yeah. I can't look like I'm 18 all the time, or maybe ever. I don't know. What are you trying to do? Yeah. Hey, the house looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good. I'm doing my best God's work. This is our stuff. With a skeleton hand, yeah. I know. With a skeleton hand, yeah. No, no, no. Hey. What's that? Hey, cool. She put her beard down. No. No trespassing signs. There's private property, no trespassing. Posted no hunting. Posted no hunting. That's good so they don't hunt near your house. Those are pretty good. Posted no hunting. Those are good. Posted no trespassing. Pretty. Those are some good ones. I don't know. You don't want to talk too loud. Because the evil is up there, out there. The big evil. Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa does, yeah. warm. Where it's warm. Keep it quiet. Hey, keep it quiet. I'm coming home. What do you say? Some crap that we pretend he has something wrong with him. Even though his IQ's higher than ours. We heard his IQ got up to 200, but we try to pretend that we're just better than him. You can see if we can keep him down, because we have obviously you have a regular job that pays however much that you go into every day that God let you enjoy enough that you go into every day. So you try to act like you're better than me, like there's something, you try to pretend there's something wrong with me because you have some like stupid ass regular job that I just, that you think that you're better than me and you want to like hurt the shit out of me or do some bad thing to me because you have a regular job, so you think you're better than me because it makes a bunch of money. Because you make a bunch of money, in some job, and you secretly want to be famous, so you have to try to pretend that you're better than me because out of your own insecurity that my videos got more famous than you, so you can pretend that your regular job is way better than me. Whoever it is out there, that's you. Okay, bye. Praise God, praise Jesus. But you get to make huge ass amounts of money, and I didn't as much as you did when I was younger, 30 years ago or 20 years ago. So I make way more money than you and am famous, so leave me alone. Okay? Bye. We'll just leave it at that and pretend that that's real, even though only God knows if they make more money or are more famous or anything like that. So it was my own fear thinking that somebody thought they're better than me because they're like, have some regular, they're like a doctor or lawyer or someone like that who has a regular job, but it's not a lawyer because I don't know any mean lawyers. Probably a doctor. They have to work at their job every day and they don't really want to, but it's kind of okay. So they try to take it out on me because I worked so hard and at constant unrest to be a part of my dad's life and my mom's life to have what I have. And I barely survived last week until Sunday morning, the entire week until Sunday morning. And I barely got to take it easy on Sunday. And then my dad was right there texting me, did you go in and get your medicine? The thing, like I had to go out there again. Like I wasn't out there all week or Saturday. I was doing God's work constantly at Unrest to be a part of the things that he was doing out there. They're making a bunch of money, and I was doing God's work. Wherever you are, God is there. Wherever you are, God is there. Okay, it was a bunch of work. And I messed up and I was really mean to my neighbor. I was really mean to somebody. Acted really mean. And almost really mean to someone else. Almost went back to my old ways that I was about a year ago or whatever. And I really don't want to do that again. Because it's not my ways. That's sinful. And I got so kind I almost didn't even have some of my personality that was a small amount sinful that would have been forgiven and allowed into heaven. That was how kind and good I became because I was so afraid of what the punishment might be for how sinful other people are. And I might have to delete the whole video because I'd rather just pretend it's not that way at all, so everything's okay. And can you imagine joining in with their mean-ass evil ways? Some people get tricked when you don't have God and Jesus. It's easy. Well, it's easy with God and Jesus supposedly, but it's a bunch of work. And the sin makes it bad on this earth no matter what. Well, some people maybe can have it good, but I felt like I didn't have it really good. Probably just delete this video. So that was how I socialized. Instead of going into town, I had to worry about if I had enough money to even get my medicine at CVS, because I had worked so hard at my videos and put money into this kind of stuff. Oops, I have to wipe my nose. And worked so hard at fasting all day since 3 this morning. I haven't eaten anything besides and I was working out with those weights to lose weight and look better. And then the father of modern bodybuilding, Sandow, said it's okay to here and there have things that you like. So I had a beer, and part of that beer, I don't know if I'll have any more or have food, but I had a little bit of food yesterday. So, normally this wouldn't be that healthy for your muscle to go to beer instead of food, but for some reason it was, and I haven't felt the effects of it hurting my body that I didn't have protein enough. Great. So anyway, I worked so hard at my films and put money into this stuff. This orientation is locked. It says to rotate device. So I put money into this stuff. I've been doing it since I didn't have much money in the 90s when I was a kid. I worked on videos anyway. I could have edited on whatever editing system I had access to, where I was able to back then. But you don't take somebody and say, you don't take someone who works really hard at unrest and say, I don't know what's going to happen. Look what happened to Job. Who knows? Here's a Rode microphone I got from my movie camera thing, so I don't have to carry the huge thing. No, don't go along with that. I don't know. Hi. So I said some almost wrong thing. I said some wrong things in this video, and I may have to take this video down. I started getting annoyed. Instead of letting them clobber me and keep, they want to keep my video, they want to keep my views down. It's the devil and demons and people who get tricked into doing things their way. They like keeping my views down and having see, the thing is that it made me depressed to work at other jobs. So I was trying to make enough money at the videos and films and music, because that's the only work that I liked. And I've done that for so long, I should be retired. I've done that for about 35 years since I was when you add up full-time hours, because I was really, working at 14 hours a day or sometimes, and, some days I didn't work at it, but I worked at it full-time hours for about 35 years. And that's the only work that didn't make me sad. Films, videos, music, maybe acting in other people's films. And then if I do homes, if I work on homes, the worrisome thing is having to do any more of the labor myself, because I already did more labor than my dad has in his entire life. He didn't understand that, but he put me to work and demanded that it's not his fault. It's because he gave me a bunch of money to make my films and stuff, and I kept getting money for him for free until I was 37, and I worked as hard as I could imagine at my films, videos, gave that God's work. I did God's work. Really what I was doing the whole time was God's work. But for a job that pays money, I tried to do the films and videos and music, and by the time I was 37, he was kind of angry at how much money I was getting from him to keep trying to hope to God that my films would working as hard as I could, harder than anyone I ever met. So as a young man, I worked so hard editing that I had to be bedridden for 9 months. I don't do it anymore. That's why the fuck those weights are so fucking strong, because I worked on my actual health too, motherfuckers. So don't put me in a goddamn bed. So I worked so hard at first editing that I was bedridden for 9 fucking months. working on editing, teaching myself how to edit 14 or 16 hours a day for 9 months. So kind, doing God's work, abstaining from even thinking about sex one time during that time for 3 months. For 3 months, I didn't even think about sex because I was so kind and good. I would never would have said anything as mean as that back then. And then I had to learn how to strengthen my body and work on strengthening my body. So that was more work I had to do. And I've worked at least 55 years of my life, and I'm only in my 40s. So instead of, right now I've only had one beer, I should have drank 4. I should have drank 4 beers and not filmed it because of the way that people are like, you shouldn't really show others that you drank. So I got to delete the entire video because that was mean as crap that I said that right now, blaming it on someone else, So I learned from the father of modern bodybuilding that here and there when you crave things, and it's the same with people who get really old, sometimes they'll have a cigar or look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sometimes they'll have alcohol. Sometimes they'll have sweets. They don't usually do those things. They don't make a habit of usually doing those things. Of course not. It wouldn't be healthy. Why? Who would live that way? It's wrong. That causes death. It usually causes death if people consistently go to drinking, smoking, and processed foods and added sugar. But if they just have some kind of added sugar, look at very old people and you'll kind of see that. But we don't know. I could die right now. As healthy as I am. It'd be too hard to hurt my body, so I don't want to hurt my body. I've worked too hard on being healthy. So even when you have one beer, or, it's not for everyone. Some people should never drink beer. So instead of going to Walgreens for a fun day out there around others, I had to worry if I had any money to even buy the $18 medicine because I had invested constantly on my films and worked really hard at my videos, or films and videos. It's been videos. And so it's like, I'd like to just take it easy, but I almost don't know how to. So right now I should be drinking beers and taking it easy or something like that, but I was like afraid to. I had to film a video. Like literally right now as I take it easy, I'm filming a video to try to get more views. And some people say the image quality, and see, that's why. They would literally say that right then at my lowest when I had to take it easy. They'd say, what are you even filming? Well, I wasn't supposed to show things because they didn't want to see my house. There's somebody who didn't like seeing my house because they were like, I showed it too much, and they thought that, they want to see their house, the people watching. They don't care where I live. So I just showed a random image. Well, you could hear the sound. And that was what I remember that I'm doing now. I might as well delete the video, or I don't know. How could I drink any more beer? It's like unhealthy. And I don't want to eat food because I don't want to look fat. I see why people give up. I'm not depressed though, but there's this one guy who killed himself. He got really depressed, and he had to constantly work at a job. Like I don't really want to show this, but I don't want to show me. But there's this guy who killed himself. I'll just leave it on this crazy ass thing of wire going across a vacuum cleaner. It doesn't look like the coolest, good looking, best looking. Well, there's this guy. I don't know what to show. There is this guy who worked a bunch, whether or not it's a cool job, a job he likes or doesn't like, a job that makes a bunch of money. He was trying to be more successful, and he thought it like wasn't enough, and he had to constantly work, and it was so much to do. And he had to keep up with his, had to pay for his wife may have had a job. His wife had a job, and he had to work too, and he had to pay for his kids, and had to act like everything was okay, and he worked so hard, and he just didn't want to. He felt depressed, and like he didn't feel good about himself, and he didn't like having to do that all the time, and he would have been better just quitting his job and living in a mobile home on welfare so he could take it easy and drink beers in the sun and then not have beers because he didn't feel like it anymore, and have healthy food or not, and just be with his wife and kids and not have to live up to that ridiculous capitalist standard of trying to act like they have to make a big amount of money and then buy all this useless all this useless stuff, which I only invested in my videos to make more money and films to make more money, and my house to go up in value so I had enough money to pay my bills and stuff for my kids. And the only thing that I got for myself besides that was that skateboard. It's the only thing that I got for myself besides it. And this is an investment in my health because I'm in front of camera and have to look good, but also for my health so I live longer, working out. That's the other thing I invested in, working out stuff. So that's pretty much everything I spend money on, or spent money on, besides that skateboard. And that skateboard's going to be for videos too. So I don't know. It's like I chose a job that's kind of fun. So it's not that bad, but it's work too. And sometimes you have to not even do that kind of work because that's suffering. If you've seen my best work, it's not, most people can't, most people don't know how to do it. Most people did not work 1/10 as hard as I did to know what I know how to do and to have had to do it. I had to do it. God gave me abilities at it, and I had to work that hard at it. Most people don't know how to do it. That look at their videos, look at their, just look at their videos compared to, like their average videos. This is one of 2,000 videos. This is not my best work right now. It's a random live video. But look at my best work. Entire movies that I made. I don't know. If I have a camera and editing system and enough time to make a movie, I can make a way professional movie. And I did that, and I also tried to get as much money as I could for the budgets and save as much money on things to make it look as big budget of a budget movie as I could, and to work on it as hard as I could. And for some reason, it's not earning enough money. It's earning, well, I don't know. But I have money from other things working on houses because eventually my dad put me to work a bunch. So I had to work a bunch on houses too. And that was one of the most non-fun things that was depressing, having to do most of the labor myself. I didn't like that. That was not the kind of work I had ever looked forward to or hoped to do. And I'd worked so hard at the films and videos that I don't know. But it's okay. Some of it's pretty fun and good. Like I can do some work to houses and it's okay. But I think I might like to try to hire out the work instead of doing it all myself. Because I'm a fucking failure. That's why. I failed. And you have to keep trying until you get better. And at this age, like, I might look like I have my health and everything, but you don't know how difficult it's been for someone just based on their health, that says almost shit or nothing. And no matter how super healthy you think they are, how do you know what they've been through? Because they're worried about their health. They think they have it the worst. Maybe they do. I just started thinking about that. I don't know who has it worse, the people who have depression because it's so difficult, because their life became so not easy, or the people who have physical problems. The people who have physical problems. Because people's bodies age. That would suck to go back to 1336. Can you imagine if it was like 1336? Hey, hello, or like I don't know. Hello, no, 1336. You can't really go back in time. It wouldn't suck that bad. 1336. What is that? 13. I don't know. Whoa, this company's been around for 600 years of brewing heritage. It's not my heritage. We didn't drink in our family. We didn't drink in our family. Fat guy snuffleupagus. Big fat snuffleupagus. Taking a shit. Nobody said that in my family. We never cursed. We never cursed in our family. Growing up, we didn't curse at all. Well, my mom and dad didn't. My grandparents didn't. I never heard them say one curse word. My mom, dad, and my grandparents. But when I was maybe 12, I don't know, 10, like other kids started to do it or whatever. I didn't really curse. But I think when I was a teenager, some of the kids did. My mom still didn't curse. I just don't really care about going back to that time. Like, now it's supposed to be like, it just wasn't. I'd rather not even live near where I was when I was a teenager. It feels that bad to remember how it was. And I knew I don't want to think about it. It's just been an issue for the past few years. I better take it easy and who cares? Eat food or something. When I said eat food, I got the thought of somebody like making like gobs of blood coming out of my stomach, out of my mouth. But I guess some people may do that if they're dying or have cancer or something. I don't really want cancer. I started thinking now I'd like to live. But if you had cancer, you just, I don't know. Or I wouldn't. Or you wouldn't. I don't know. Snuffleupagus. What is snuffleupagus? A fat guy that. A fat guy snuffleupagus. What is that? No. Like his butt, like he has a really big butt, like Snuffleupagus. Hey, fat guy, Snuffleupagus. He's not really fat. And shit his butt down here. He's nice. He's an elephant. Or he looks like an elephant. He's like an elephant. Like Dumbo. I really like Dumbo. Good old fat guy with a little suit again. Oh, here it goes. I gotta do it again. Like every time he gets ready, he has to. No, man. Like it could be me if I got that fat. Oh, man. That's his only problem. He's a little heavy. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I gotta get the hose out or water. I poured a beer on that accidentally because I was trying to hold all this stuff. Hi. Yo. Utando picante torte. That's an old looking chair. I could put a. Just put this on it. Attention, do not discard. You will die. No. Oh, the drunk bear fell off the cliff. What is this? It's his old clowny routine, just like it's his old clowny routine. Attention, valuable and important. In box, do not discard. Attention, valuable and important. In box. Good old Gallagher's routine again. Where did that come from? Carrot Top? Carrot Top must have looked up to Gallagher. He must have gotten his ideas from Gallagher. Dude's Bon Jovi 1987. Cool. Wait, I gotta use the bathroom. What a nerd. I gotta use the bathroom. Be right. I gotta use the bathroom.
powerful sound overlords of the sky. The overlords of the sky.
Hey, calm down, man. Calm down, man. I worked really hard at my health, and I got in better shape. And here and there, you know, I'm gonna have a beer. This is not how I live. Yes, it is. It's how I live. No, it's not. It's how I live. On occasion, I might have one beer. I stopped having alcohol for 2 months or 3, and I had some in California, but I was gonna have some this one time. I better just turn the video off. I should know how everyone is out there. They pour it into a hidden container if they're gonna be in their own house. That's how careful they are. They don't want anyone to know, even in the privacy of their own home. You know, I could get to work at more stuff, like picking up that sticker that fell. But there could be no end to it. It could be 20 hours straight. And just picking this one sticker up. This could have turned into 20 hours straight of suffering, hoping to God to die every moment, having to do stuff like that. That's why it just sucks. This is my social life. This is how I interact with others. A live video to try to make money at it. A live video to try to make money at it. So I don't have to do things that make me want to die like that. That's just 1% of my problems. That's probably 3% of my problems, or 40%. I don't know. That's funny. How people are all caught up and they think that they have to work all day, every day of their life, for their entire lives. And then they get angry at it, and then they try to like be mean to people who they think don't. Al Bob, excuse me for saying all that mean stuff. Some people like their jobs. Some people like their jobs. Al Bob lives on $10,000 a year. $10,000 a month would be. Can you pay for a family of 5 on that? Because your wife would have to work too, and if you did, you're not that person who does that. Maybe you are. I don't know. How would I know who's watching, right? Follow the rules, whether or not you lie about it so you don't get in trouble, how I did. That's what people try to do. They try to avoid earthly punishment, and they're mean to others by pretending one thing that they say with their words. Like here's an example of how they live. They do this in unrighteousness their entire lives. This is how those kind of people are. They really live that way. They say, "Oh, look, how's this sticker for you?" They're probably good. They just give someone a sticker because they're nice. But then the really wicked people, they pretend that it was a fly sticking to it, and with all their heart they imagine that person being a fly sticking to it, dying, like to that sticker paper that the fly can't get up or some crap. And they do it with that evil and meanness, and any mention of it makes everything bad. So I shouldn't have even mentioned it. And with all their heart, and then they pretend all I said was a sticker. What? I didn't do anything wrong. And they work in meanness to take as much money and steal as much money as they can while covering it up with an elaborate set of lies so that they don't get in trouble with anyone. They lived a lie. Those are the wicked people on earth. And by talking about it right now, it's stupid because there may be no sin on the entire earth. There may be no sin on the entire earth. That guy tried to put farts into my mouth. There may be no sin on the entire earth. I can smell it from here. He hasn't taken a shower and he thinks it's cool. He says balls out or something. It's gross. But there's a chance that there can be no sin on earth. Every last person without sin. But I didn't deserve to even say it because of how mean and stupid I acted about the wicked crap. He told me to shut up and put some smell farts in my mouth instead. That's how life sucks sometimes. Get out of here! Get out of here, fly! No. It's cold. We best go inside. It's cold. We best go inside. It's not that cold. You put a shirt on. That's what you were supposed to do. You ain't supposed to. You ain't supposed to try to. I don't know. I may be right. If you look cool. Just the way those athletic people are. I'd like to not be that way. But it looks really cool. It's a relentless effort. It's a relentless effort. Just to not even look a little fat. It's suffering. It's constant effort. Sometimes. And you can't prioritize it as the number one thing because it's wrong. But you have to work at it. So it's generally like, well, this is how I look. Sometimes I eat whatever I feel like for like a few weeks. I don't know. But I can't do it all the time. And then I have to like, the things I've had to go through to lose the weight after were okay. Sometimes it works and it's really easy and it's easy to do and it's easy to lose weight, and sometimes it's not. And it's so stupid just to look like a kind of athletic person. Who cares? Well, it helps the health. It's pretty good. You don't have pains and stuff. So that's pretty good, but I don't think it looks like shit. It looks stupid. Rather be a faggot. Rather be really cool and good looking, or have a good looking face or something like that if you had to choose. But that's wrong. Like, it could feel wrong to look really good looking. Like now I try to make it like as if my hands were dark and have long arms. Like Trump tries to pull their arms long like they're a minority or something, turns them into a minority by shaking their hand. Like he tries to shake their hand and pull their hand so it becomes long. Like a gorilla. or like a monkey. He shakes their hand and tries to pull their arm, like to try. He pulls it really hard and tries to make it look like a monkey. So but Trump is good. Well, what's so bad with that? It's just the way he shakes a hand. He's okay. I don't want to say anything bad against him. Oh, yo. For saying, yo, I'm turning
No. I'm in the shadows. Now I look fat as shit. No, I look skinny. No. I don't want to show myself. I don't want to show myself. Is it? Oh, fencing. Wait, oh no. Did that look like fencing? I don't know if my kids ever did that or not. I think they did. One time they took fencing lessons. You can take fencing lessons. In Arab. He likes it in the sand because he's an Arab. That's why that video he filmed in California, he likes it in the sand. He's an Arab. Which one? If I could find out who the one is that thought that, they genuinely think that it must be in my DNA, and that's who they think that is who another soul is. When it makes no sense. I don't understand. I like the way warm feels on my body after I moved to California. I just like the way it feels. Danica likes warm too, and she has really white DNA. She just likes the way it feels. So if it would be warm now, that would be pretty good. But some people are in the cold, they have to. And the cold has been pretty good this year. The cold has been pretty good. I haven't gotten sick. I feel pretty good in the cold. Putin, Russia. The most scary, big, powerful, sad, good things that are in the. Somehow it's good. It's good. Russia, Putin. Putin. He pouts. He doesn't. He might be the richest person on earth. Stuff that I see in the news, I don't know anything about how they really are. Where would I go? You go in the sand, Paul. Okay. I'd like to go in the warm sand. I'd like to go to the sand dunes and near a beach and water. Like that you can drink the water. Oh. There's some bugs out here. It's hard to believe they have flies. It's not really that warm. It's like in the 60s. Maybe it's because I'm in the cold. I'm in the shade, shadow. Hey. Hey, big, powerful, ominous sound. Hey, it's warm in here. It's warm. Big, powerful, ominous sound, dudes. They want to pretend that I smoke marijuana. I never smoke marijuana. I just don't like it. I don't do it. I don't do it because it's against the federal government. Think about this, world, earth of God and Jesus. Guess what? Marijuana is illegal in the United States by the federal government. If you try to even smoke it and the state says it's okay, and some state trooper happen to walk in, you'd be in trouble. So we can't even fucking do it. So I don't mean to curse, but it's illegal. So why would I ever do it?
I don't want to get in trouble. Do you want them to take someone away? That's scary as shit. They've got to, if they, maybe they should change that. The federal government is going to have to make it legal to do. This is wrong. They can't have a state say, "Oh, it's okay," but then the federal government for the entire country says it's not okay. That's total crap. Who would even want to do it? I don't want to do it. I don't like it. So, who cares? I can't do it at all. The federal government says it's illegal. Who would want to get in trouble? It's scary as shit. It's scary as crap. I can't even say the word shit, but I said that. It's scary as crap. So I don't even really want to do it. I don't like it. I don't care. I don't have a reason to do it. I just don't really like it. I don't like marijuana. It's just, if I had done it in the 90s, like if I had done it in Los Angeles in the 90s, if it was legal to do there, like with the medicinal reasons or whatever, I don't even know if it was or not. Maybe at a time it would have been fun, but I didn't get to live that, and I don't really know what'll ever even happen. I'm looking forward to being with God and Jesus. I'm looking forward to being with God and Jesus after this life. I don't see how this will ever be worth living. It may. I keep living. I'm not depressed. I'm not going to hurt myself, but I don't know if I'm depressed. I just, it's not that good on this earth. The earth is just not that good. But so many other people get to feel good about it. I just haven't felt that good about being alive, but I'm not depressed. Like, I would never hurt myself. I would never hurt myself. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to think about that much kind of depression. I don't do any of that. And I'm afraid to eat any food because I'm trying to make enough money at my videos that I look good enough. But when I think about from God, there's nothing really bad from God. But when I think about it, looking really athletic, who cares? It's stupid. Those people, some people have an idea about them, oh, those are the guys who made fun of them growing up for the way, maybe they didn't get made fun of growing up, but that whole way they look at those people who are athletic and they think, they think that, they think it's something that doesn't look very fun. They're generally kind of, the really athletic people, in nature, I don't know. It's still something I think is good. It's still something I think is good that when they look really good, it's they look good. I got to get protein. I got to get protein or this could make me sick or something. I got to get protein. Hi. Now I have to use the bathroom and pee one more time for the metabolism that's so high. I had to pee instead of going to the thing where I was almost feeling sick. But I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm supposed to kind of go pee, but it got a little too cold feeling from having no food all day since 3 a.m. trying to fast. And then I went to beer to make the anxiety stop racing. So, and then now my body needs food. So I'm going to probably have to use the bathroom because I have to pee. But then I can't start making food because it would feel like the pee is going into the food if I tried to make food. So this is the stuff that I have had to go through past, I don't know. This has been some of the new habits I've been going through. But through the years, it's been all different ways. It's been many different ways. Maybe it'll be really fun again. I can go out there around people in a way that's with Danica and the kids and not around people. Maybe I can just stay here with Danica and the kids. I don't know. I started getting a little depressed. Maybe I just have to use the bathroom and eat. These chickpeas. It's not really the best food for now, but they're okay. My mom brought a bunch of food. I have to use the bathroom, but I don't know what to do. When my body warmed up, I don't feel sick. But I probably have to. Oh, protein. I put this in here last night. This is vegan. This is a vegan meat. Sometimes I have meat, but I just like this lighting didn't look like whatever. It's great. This is like Beyond Meat or whatever it's called. I'm gonna put it in the microwave. I think I just need protein. I don't want to. I don't know why. I have to use the bathroom.
Nah, I have to take a shit. I have to take a shit. Oh no. Is that what you put? Is that what you do the best? You say those things? Is that what you do? No. Is that what you do? No.
No, I didn't do it. Hello. Oh man, it made a mess on the inside. No, the food that I put in the microwave. Oh, I get it. Eat meat or die, motherfucker. Or you're a faggot who made cum splatter on everything for being a vegetarian, you faggot. Got it. Got it. An it. I got an it. Fuck you. It's still stuck on me. I don't know. These are the types of things I usually can't say and have to go, I'm sorry, the whole time for like. Now I'm looking for a fork. I don't know where one is. There's some salsa that hasn't been opened yet. I can put that on the vegan food. I just gotta find a fork. And actually, what's that sound? Helicopter kind of plane or whatever. Who cares? They can't hurt anybody in the United States. I used to be afraid of them. I gotta wash a spoon or a fork. Who's that? Oh, it's the crows. It's the crows from Dumbo. Who said that? The crows did. Hello? You eat the protein before you fall down, see? You don't. Well, I was gonna fall down for another reason. I'm just gonna. This looks weird. Who cares? I have to eat the food. Might as well not get angry at it. Praise God. Praise Jesus. They want me to eat meat or make me evil as shit. That I think that comes from my dad, but I don't know. Like he thinks that you have to eat meat. Like he thinks you have to eat meat. He put dark hair dye in his hair. He always had like blonde light hair or whatever. But it's because I was supposed to send him a text, and I was supposed to say, "Don't work your children into anger," and I didn't send him the text. So I could text him on the other line or something. But if he's watching this, maybe he'll see it, or maybe it was wrong to tell him. I've told him before, don't work your children into anger. So he doesn't really mean to, but it's like this, like because it was vegetarian, there's supposed to be jizz on it or something. And then if I ate it, then somebody's just like, yep, he just ate it anyway, or whatever. So it's like, what would I eat? I don't like to eat meat usually, but sometimes it's okay if I have to go along with their ways or whatever. And some animals piss me off, so I would just eat their dead bodies or whatever if I'm supposed to. Who cares? That's how God made it. They're meat, they're annoying as shit, some of them. And that's why it's okay to eat some of the animals. God hates them. Some of the animals. God loves them, but he knows that, but I don't understand why you'd eat a cow. I thought cows are nice and pigs are nice. I don't know why. But some animals, like ones like alligators or cougars and stuff, like I hate those. Like we should just eat their dead bodies or whatever. Who cares? Because they could attack. I wouldn't eat something gross about it, but like not a cougar, not a woman, a mountain lion, like a mountain lion. Or any mean ass animal that might hurt a human being. Like who cares if we eat their dead bodies? A shark? Like who cares? Well, I don't know. I feel sorry for them too, because God created all those animals too. So I wouldn't eat them unless I was like really worked into in anger or something that I might like. But it's disgusting. I might throw up if I had to think about eating it. But so I think this is just a way to try to see if I get angry by not eating. Or something, but I don't know. Like the devil tried to do. Praise God, praise Jesus. This is the weirdest food. But it's vegan. It did have some sour cream on it. I don't care. It's protein, it's vegan. Saves money rather than opening a new package. I know there's not any bodily fluids on it besides milk, because dead animals have bodily fluids, So meat and dairy industry, the meat and dairy industry, you know, if they're trying to pretend that's jizz, I don't know why. They want to pretend I'm high on weed. Like someone. I'm not. I don't do that. I don't even really care to do it unless the federal government legalizes it, and then maybe. I mean, you can do it and know there's no worry about it. If they do, if they make it legal. Right now, if one of the federal state troopers saw someone doing it in any state in the U.S., they'd be in trouble. If they felt like saying they couldn't do it or whatever. Yeah. You know, it's scary as crap. So why would you even do it? And so yeah, I don't understand unless somebody can explain that. I don't get it. I had to eat the some to appetizing to others looking food that I would enjoy for the vegan if it was really all vegan, but it didn't have that sour cream. I would just eat the food, vegan food, almost any kind of vegan food. I'm not allergic to it, as long as it didn't hurt my teeth, as long as it was healthy. Like I can't even eat it now. I had to drink a water or something. Like this drink that I opened right before I started the video. Is Al watching this? Hi, Al. Hi, Al. I was hoping to get in really good shape so people would like to watch me in videos more, and I'd make more money at my video. I'd make plenty of good income. I'd make a good income at my videos if they thought I looked good enough. They were like, oh, that's how I want to look or something, and then they'd watch and I'd preach them the gospel of Jesus Christ. So that was my idea. But you know, how did John Candy do it and he was heavy? And he almost looked like Hispanic in one of his videos from the SCTV days. He had dark hair and he looked like he had a Jerry curl Hispanic hair. So it's not like he had a young child, like really good looking blonde face with blonde hair all the time, like he did when he got older. It looked like he had blonde hair and he was like good looking, really young childlike face, but he just happened to be fat. Like, and that's how I thought. Sometimes I get angry and think, why is everyone all, I don't know. Hey, Chad. No. Hey, Chad. No. How do I eat anything? I don't want to get sick because I went out there in the cold. I mentioned something. I mentioned in the video that I didn't get sick at all this whole winter. Sometimes with all people's heart, they can try to make you sick. It's too bad. They can kill someone with all their heart. And if they do, whoa, that's going to feel like crap. It's going to come right back to them. Every little thing we do, and big thing, and everything we do is paid back 100% for the bad that we do. And the good we do is way really good, and we get all the good back. That's really what's important, is the good, not the bad. Like, try not to think about the bad. We get all the good back. But sometimes other people do bad to us too. That's how Jesus died. He was without sin. He was without sin. Jesus was without sin. Jesus was without sin. So other people hurt him. This is in the Bible. I don't really have to go and preach this to people on a stage or something. Yeah, I'm about to pass out right now almost because I didn't get enough food. Like, I couldn't think of even doing that. But this is in the Bible. This is in the New Testament. This is about kindness to others. But I had been at unrest all last week until Saturday, and for the first time, I thought I was kind and good, but I did something really mean. But I wasn't that bad. I imagined I was dying and it couldn't really hurt the person before it could in my thoughts. And I don't know. I know, but I don't know. This food, like, something's annoying me. Like they said, they want me to go to like a brand new refrigerator and get the best brand new food because they worked so hard that's how they get to eat. Well, what should I do? Then my dad or mom or someone, I'm trying to figure out who caused this one from all the people I know in my life, or the devil, or who wanted to make me punch the whole fucking refrigerator in meanness out of some stupid ass mean thing that I have to take the whole video down. And I'm not supposed to do anything like that because I was trying to look for some new thing to eat. And then I don't know. I don't know. Like this food. I don't care. I ate it. I ate shit. I ate literal shit. That's what it really is. It's a shit burger. Yeah, I ate shit. I like the way it tastes down in hell. That's what they eat. They eat down in hell. Shit. No, we're not gonna go there. Don't go there. So I tell you what, T, you put this piece of shit down in your mouth. Oh no. Get me out of here. Quick, there's nowhere to run. The whole earth sucks. Where do you go where it's not where it's not as bad? Who knows? The whole earth sucks. The entire earth. That's how it is. Earthly things. Money, lust, sexual attraction, looking really good, not even a human soul, flashing images of those are the evil, earthly, shit-ass things on this stupid-ass earth. I hate it. I hate the entire earth. I hate the entire earth. And I'm aware that this right here looks fat. I'm aware of that. I can see it from this far away, even in a small image. I know there's, I'm aware of that, so, there's no reason to then get to work as hard as you can doing stuff for your chest to try to make this look better and starving yourself to a crazy amount until it's still not there, and then you start trying to crush the shit out of every fuck in sight to empower yourself to get to those earthly things. Those are the unrighteous people on earth. That's what they did with their entire life. And when they die, they live for money, trying to look attractive to others, all this mean ass shit that they did, and using lust and sex and images like a false idol, like an image of, well, not my image. I don't do that. I like to look good, and God may look really good, maybe, but there's no sex with God. So, but then this crappy earth is just, it's just not, but the unrighteous people work at those things. I've seen kind of how they are. I used to never understand them, but they're big money and stuff. And because I was misled in my faith, my dad hasn't been he's not a worker of unrighteousness, but he works pretty hard at that stuff. But I've seen how they work, and I used to be afraid of people who are a little sinful and not wicked, and none of them were wicked. None of the people in my family were wicked, so that's good. I know they're not wicked, but there's some people who are wicked. They work in meanness all the time. Praise, praise Jesus. Praise Jesus. I have to blow my nose. Now I have to look for a toilet paper. Yeah. No. Yeah. 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 No. Yeah. 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 No. You don't want to blow your nose in front of the camera. It's the most disgusting. Owl Bob. He blows his nose like a trumpet or some kind of thing like that, like a trombone or a trumpet. Trumpet maybe. He's pretty nice. He's gotten really kind of good. He's really found out about God and Jesus more than he used to, and he was kind before. So he's pretty good. It's pretty sad. I hope he doesn't give up, because he could live another 30 years. It might be really fun. He's not going to give up, because I told him already. I told him, don't give up. You might live another 30 years. That's all I had to tell him. So he's going to be, he'll probably be okay. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know when any of us are going to die. He does things like, he wipes his nose a little differently than I do. He's looking pretty nice. He's a regular man, a regular human being. Sometimes he sins. Sometimes he sins. Like a man or a woman sins sometimes, so we're not like... But maybe we could go without sin. But you can't go your entire life without sin, because only Jesus did that. Unless it's the next life after this life, after we die. But maybe it'd be fun to live. Maybe it'd be fun to live. But Jevin, Uncle Jevin. So I couldn't even really eat that small piece of food, but now I feel like I think I've had enough protein. Might as well have caffeine or something. That would be crazy. I might as well have water and lay down. Maybe I'm supposed to get some more protein. I have to go through all these things. Sometimes it's like 16 hours a day doing these things, and I have to like do it in a nice, kind, good way. And they try to destroy the whole thing. And like make me go out there to, I don't know, like God or Jesus or the devil, demons or the devil. Oh. I don't know. So I don't really want to eat food right now. It got pretty messy here. That's pretty messy. I mean, it's not. There is messy. I don't know what messy is. Hi. I'm gonna try to turn the camera away from myself. I feel like it's wrong to try to look really good to get more views. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, forgot to wash those pants in the wash downstairs. The wash. Somebody talks that way, the wash. Oh, my friend Brandon. Hi, Brandon. Soda. That's soda. No. Soda. He's from Ohio. He doesn't say soda. Soda. I was gonna open this. I'm like moving slowly. Hopefully I don't have to move. Hopefully I don't have to move. I used to jog on this if I get light enough. Well, I was light enough earlier today. But it's been wrong. Like there are people in my life who are older and they can't really jog and stuff. But maybe I'll be able to do it again because it makes me, I don't know. Ugh. I'm gonna go downstairs. See, why is somebody pretending that I'm on weed? Crazy, some crazy ass. This has a tiny bit of bugs here, but see, when I first bought the house from Al, this thing was covered with huge moths, like all through these windows and stuff, or somehow not you. This is probably like you can't get in between there, but somehow there's like a where all the windows were. There were a bunch of moths like in between the stuff. There may have been a screen behind there. I don't know, and so when there were a bunch of moths and dirt, and it was like really kind of gross when I first bought the house. Like that wall did not look that way. It was really gross. And so when I first bought the house, I didn't notice any of that stuff because Al Bob was there. Al Bob was here and he'd cook up this food and it'd smell really good. And it was just normal. It was like normal and none of that stuff bothered me at all. So like there are literally some tiny, I don't know, like little bugs or something. And I just went back to the way it was with Al Bob when he didn't care about any of that stuff, like as if there's people who lives in motorhomes, but he had like more money or something. And like and so like I just didn't even think about any of that stuff and it wasn't on me or near me in a way that would have gotten on me. So I just felt really good anyway. But literally the way I do things, I have to work on the entire place and get it in really good shape sometimes or sometimes don't. And so I don't know. I've been exhausted at that because I've worked 55 years. I don't know how much more I can do of it. So that's with the films, videos, entertainment. So I don't know. And houses and if you count school, I went to a bunch of school, so I've got maybe like 62 years or something. I've worked 62 years, full-time hours. But that's barely called full-time. That's like barely called full-time. Ha, ha, ha. There was the bat. There's a little bat there, and he flew away and went outside. I don't know why plaster is on the side of that. I don't know why there's a piece of plaster on the side of that. That looks weird. I might have to scrape that off and I can't do it anymore. I've worked on this house for 10 years full-time work. 10 years full-time work. 5 hours and 40 minutes a day, 5 days a week with holidays for 10 years on this house. Like I had to use, I don't know, tools to do something to that maybe. Or not. but I can't really say what I did. Probably shouldn't show any of it. Just didn't feel that good to have to work on something that much for 10 years when it was like not my films or videos and being famous. I had cool work that I thought would be really fun and good that I'd be loved for. So everything else made me depressed, any other kind of work. But I used to film other people. I like doing that and making films for them, but I don't know if I'd be happy doing that for other people as my job. I could do it for some people if I knew them well enough and got along with them well enough. And it was, I don't know, I'd rather be with God and Jesus. I can see what that is if I pretend that, like, you know, if I go along with it. I'd rather be with God and Jesus than on this earth. Even what someone's offering me right here with the good thing you're offering me, I'd rather just be at peace with God and Jesus. I don't want to live on this earth, but I have to live on this earth. I'm not going to hurt myself. You know, I don't want to be taken away by them if I said that. And even if I don't want to I can't hurt my own body. So I just don't really feel that good about being alive. Hey, you guys. Hey guys, there's a chipmunk ran across the driveway. But I better go with that one than they're supposed to. I don't know how I am. It's a little bit cold. I think that guy's home, but I don't know. But I don't have physical problems. Well, I have to work at that too. I can't just, I don't know what it would be like to just, I don't know. Maybe you'd be healthier if you didn't work very hard at your health. If you didn't sin. I don't know. This has been kind of annoying for the past couple, I don't know. Oh, they're closed. I don't know what to show. I better not share anything because, no, it's not going to show anything. You've already seen this place. Okay, I'll show something. Huh, it's better show this. Hi, I have this entire house. Hi, I'm great. Oh, I have an entire mansion. Oh, look at me. Oh, there's one of the fireplaces. Have you ever seen a fireplace that cool in anyone's regular house? No. They all suck, man. They're all pieces of shit. Oh, no. Every 2-bedroom regular house looks the same as every rich house that they built in 3 months to me. They all look like shit. This place is the most special place I've ever been to on earth. Okay, that's where I get to live. I'm sorry. Now they're going to try to kill me for saying something like that. That's just how I feel about how it's been here. But politically, I don't know. So it's pretty good. They spent 7 years building this house. 7 years building this house. Okay, they didn't just, like, there's nothing this special, or, there's nothing this special in a regular house, It's 8 bedrooms. It was like a country hippie mansion built by people who survived political persecution in Europe. So it's not, so I can do more work to it. This is a 30-foot wide fireplace. This is a wood burning stove that my friend put in. I didn't want to know if I wanted to tell you if I did or not, because I didn't know if you're like, it has to be by the permits or whatever. That's not how they really say it. But this is a 30-foot wide fireplace from there to there. Like that's the inside of the place where we put the wood. It's 30 feet wide. They do not have anything like that in regular homes. They worked so hard. It's not because they were like rich or something. It's not because they were rich or something. They worked really, really hard to do art and build the whole house. There's a leaf. And this is an artist table, and it looks pretty cool. Okay, my face didn't look that great. Okay, I'm getting old. Who gives a shit? I don't know. Okay. So, looks pretty good, but if you tell anyone, they get angry. Like if you tell them that it's better, it's the best house of any house I've ever been to on earth, because they have other houses that are really cool, but they're probably going to be like right next to some neighbors or something. But the neighbors here, I don't know. Like, I don't like having to think about the neighbors. I don't like having to think about the neighbors after how much unrest I was at since I was like a kid. And it was a miracle that I got to be this far away from people and by myself. But then it became really sad without her and the kids. So I don't know. I better not show it. People have probably already seen it. I painted the floors with pretty good paint. That's a custom piece of art. It's a light or whatever. It's a light. It's not expensive. They worked really hard to make that. They found the pieces of wood in the woods and they carved that by hand, or they got that wood from a donation place or something, and they made that light. Well, you know, it's not like it has the coolest, like, it looks cool. It could have better electric run to it, but they can carve that. You know, that's art that they had to work doing this for 7 years until they put all those pieces of stone, those big stones, those stones in there. And Inga, that was her fireplace they built for her. That's the thing. And they built that staircase. So I got the place for only $102,000. $102,000, and it needed a bunch of work. I can't even show my face. I don't know why. It needed a bunch of work, so I had to work on the place for 7 years. But it was more like, I don't know. But they built it in 7 years. I think I'm not related to them. They're from Russia. I don't know what to do. They're bald, so I put these guys on the floor. Then when I painted it, the guys who owned the neighborhood were bald. They were pretty cool. They were like, one of them's still alive, Mishka. You can look him up, Mishka Solonovich. I don't know if you care. What happened? It's just, I have to wipe this off. What happened to that? I have to clean the entire floors. I have to clean the floors and sweep, and I hadn't swept them because I was like, I tried to sell the whole place and move to California. Hey. Dust not breathing. Don't. No. And don't tell you. Trying to make my neck look as fat and old as I possibly can. Trying to make my neck look as fat and old and saggy as I possibly can. fun. That was fun. Okay. What am I going to do? Good old Benjamin. Actually, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Stuff. This is that costume. Oh, this costume was actually like a old Mozart looking kind of costume, and I got a gray wig for it, but it was supposed to be like, I used it as the Mexican costume. It looked like Mexican. It looked Mexican. And that's in my videos. It was like $60 or something. I don't know how much it was. $60 or I don't know. This is I don't know. Something went wrong with this cheap guitar. It was only like a $90 guitar, brand new on Amazon. And something went wrong and it started playing funny, so I got this one. This is a good Epiphone. I gotta wipe my nose. This is a good Epiphone. I mean, a Gibson. It was like $168. It plays really well. It's good enough that it plays well. I can clean this place up here and sweep downstairs. That's all I have to do. I don't know what to show.
Why would I make me look old? I don't know. Well, I don't know what else to do. Go out on the porch. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. That is gross.
I don't know what to show. We could try to read from this vampire book. I was going to burn it up in the firewood, but it's not that bad. It's just vampires. This is the history of vampires. It's like one of the books I got. I also got the original Dracula, not one of the original copies, but just a reissue of it or whatever it's called, when I was making a vampire movie, so I could read the actual original Dracula book and all these other things I studied to make a vampire movie, but they're not real. They're not real. That's scary as crap. See, because you'd have to use genetic manipulation. You'd have to use genetic manipulation to live longer on Earth, and it just doesn't work. We're going to die anyway, because when they ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, like there's an Aristotle book I just tore up. Like there's a philosophy book. It's right and wrong. It's wrong. It's not really right. And it's some of it's okay. And so I just tore it up and I'm going to use it for firewood. Because, you know, it's kind of okay, but it's just some of it's wrong. And he tried to be... I don't know. He tried to be like one of the best writers on earth, and that's what I was going to do. That's why I got that book when I was in college. I got that book when I was first starting out in college. I was like 17. I got this book when I was like 17. It was one of my favorite books, and I took notes throughout the whole thing. Aristotle's Poetics or something. One of those Aristotle books, one of those philosophers, Socrates and Aristotle. And I wanted to be one of the best writers on earth. And so I studied it, and then I couldn't find out what things really meant until I found the Bible. And then I found the Bible. This just happens to say that. That doesn't mean anything. This is what it really is, the New Testament. The New Testament. I don't know. Any kind of Jesus religion is good as long as it's from the original Bible. It's not like, some of the Brigham Young stuff. I don't know if it's what Brigham Young said personally is okay, but I know many of them make it to heaven. Those people who believe in who they believe in Jesus. When they have Jesus, it doesn't matter if it's Catholic, Protestant, Baptist, Jehovah's Witness. As long as they have Jesus, they're okay. But some of the stuff they believe in the many different ways of going to hell and stuff. With some of them might be wrong. So I don't. This is like some kind of a thing, but it has Jesus. The notes down here in the notes may be like some weird one of those different religions that you may or may not agree with. But because it says recovery version, but that's not really, I don't know. And then this is the New Testament. This is the New Testament. Nothing. Trying to get into focus. Nothing. Okay. And he said to them, but now let him who has a purse take it. Likewise also a bag, and he who has no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. Wait. Oh, and God said that to somebody. Or Jesus. Jesus said it. And he said to them, but now let him who has a purse take it. Hey, so taking things is not always bad. Likewise, also a bag. I don't know what it means, because for context, I might have to look back a few pages. Here, I went back a few pages. I don't want to read that persecution of the disciples. I had enough of that. I don't want any more of that on this earth. I'd rather just not do that. What they had to go through sucked. I wouldn't want the violence of my body dying unless I got to die in my sleep. If I got to die in my sleep, hey, I got to be there for my kids, my wife, maybe if you'll have me back, and my kids. Oh, this is the persecution. Scary as crap. Please don't have any more of this. You will be delivered up by parents and brothers and relatives and friends, and they will put some of you to death. You delivered to heaven? That's crazy. That's not crazy, but that's how crazy those people are who would deliver them up. I don't know. And you will be hated, but delivered up is good. But they will put some of you to death. That's bad. That's what I'm trying to get Danica to get Rowan and Ivan in the videos again. Hey. Hey. In endurance, you will possess your souls. In endurance. When you do God's work and have endurance and are good at it, you'll get to keep your own souls. And you won't die. You won't perish. I mean, you won't die in hell. Okay, I'm gonna go. That's weird. It's not weird. It's good. This is good. This is the Bible. This is the Bible, the New Testament. This is good. You have to understand what it means. Your mom and dad, you're supposed to do what your mom and dad say. You honor them, and God is your father. God is all of our heavenly father. He's our heavenly father more than our mom and dad. So you have to do what your mom and dad say. They raised you on God and Jesus. I'm going to go. Okay, bye. Praise God. Praise Jesus. Bye. Bye. Maybe one day we'll get to be, me and Danica and the kids will get to live together as a family. And then it'll be like, yay, everything's okay.